G'day, I'm Austin. I made over 25 mil by 24, sounds kind of cool. And here's how to make money fast. I'm gonna break it down, 6 steps, break it down. And I'm gonna walk you through exactly what you need to do, what I did, and why it's worked so well. Just to show you some proof, because proof is what we're all about here on YouTube. If I hit refresh on this bad boy, this is one of my Shopify stores. So building an e-commerce brand, or many e-commerce brands, was my main model for making money. 13.2 mil in rev. Now this is not 25 mil in profit, it is revenue because it sounds cooler. It's multiple millions in profit. I haven't actually run the numbers, but revenue was the easiest one to find, so I didn't have to dig through all my financials. But here, 13.2 on this one store. Here's another store, recently launched. If I hit refresh, this is in the beautiful US dollar, not in the Australian dollar. And I'm Aussie, if you can hear by my voice. And I said g'day at the start of the video, so I'm Aussie as can be. So here we've got some extra numbers. We've got this here, a bit of Stripe action, a bit of 4.2 mil in there. I'll hit refresh as well. And scroll quickly so I don't see what's going on. 4.2, sweet. Here's another one, 465K, hit refresh on this bad boy. I'm just showing you the proof because this is not to flex. I make videos on this channel to help people and help the person I was back in the day. Why did this not load? I need to go and select the other business. Where is it? This one. Yeah, I make these videos for the person I was a few years ago, wishing I could help them out a little bit more. And so if you're starting on your entrepreneurial journey, you want to make money online because you want freedom and you want to provide for the people around you in your life and have complete freedom to be anywhere at any time, that's why I make these videos. 465K from this one. Here's another payment processor, 1.7 mil. I could just keep going. There's a lot of different business models I've tried. E-com, drop shipping, and the more branded approach, selling a course, affiliate marketing. I have tried crypto and currency trading, but not too much. I didn't even consider that in the amounts that I've made. Affiliate marketing, being a freelancer, local service provider, like I've tried a lot of different business models. And so I just want to walk you through the 6 steps I would follow if I was starting again to make money fast. I've also taught over 25,000 people how to start an online business. And so everything that I'm breaking down here, I've sort of tested with them and I knew it already worked, but I've seen even more proof. And so that's why I'm very excited to share it with you here. First one, choose a path. Pick one online business model and realize that they can all get you there. If you want to build e-com stores and do drop shipping, go for it. If you want to build an agency, go for it. You want to do crypto or currency trading, go for it. I think the best thing that you can do early on is realize that all of them can get you there. Or most of them, like all the big ones that people talk about online, they can get you there because there's enough people that have done it and use that business model to achieve financial freedom or make 10K a month profit or whatever your goal is, make $1 million a month. They've done it. And so you can just see that, well, if they've already proven that this path works, then I can realistically follow it too. Maybe I don't get there as quick as them, but I will eventually get there if I keep going and a bit of luck's on my side. So you got to pick one business model, choose one, go all in. I'm not here to convince you one way or the other. The one that I've chosen that's given me the most financial freedom is building customer first e-commerce brands. Fancy word, fancy words for a branded dropshipping store that sells from local suppliers. And that's been the model that has given me the most freedom, selling things on Shopify. Like I love Shopify. I love that ching, that beautiful noise it makes. So that's the first thing, choose a path. You choose the path and then you just realize that, okay, I'm gonna stick to this. This can work, it will get me there eventually if you listen to someone later on that actually knows what they're on about, which I'll talk about. Next one, do the math. Do the math. A lot of people have these very lofty and ambitious goals, but they really haven't thought about what's required to get there. It sounds good to make 10K a month in profit. Sounds good to make 100K a month in profit. Sounds good to make $1 million a month in profit. Like all those things sound great, but what is actually required in order to get there? Before you do any math, go on Pinterest, okay? This will probably be the first video on making money online that has told you to hop on Pinterest. Go on here. Why? Just let me cook, stick with me. Go on here and look for images connected to what your dream life looks like. This is quite incriminating because you're looking at my Pinterest and my Pinterest has all the images that I react well to, and that's why it's showing them on my feed. So there you go, you can see the kind of things that are important to me. Being fit, living that low-key wealthy lifestyle, travel, having a beautiful partner who I adore, golden retrievers, because I really want a golden retriever, and kids eventually. So you can see that is what's important to me. And so you can collate a series of images and put them on a vision board. That's step one. Spend some time on Pinterest. Well, there's an SVJ. I don't know if that's on my vision board, but Private jet, for sure. So all this stuff on here, what's important to you? You know, what do you want that dream life to look like? Identify this, spend time on it at the start, because when we get to the juicy stuff of actually making the money, it'll be for a purpose. You know what it's for. You have clear goals. You know what you're moving towards. Once you have that vision board, so you collate a series of images, you can put them all in just a Pinterest folder if you really want to. You don't need to like print it out and put it on your wall. I would recommend that though. At least putting them in a collage using Canva, and then from that, putting it as your new tab background for every time you open a Google Chrome tab. So I recommend doing that. Then you look at all of the images on there and you ask yourself, what kind of income would be required for me to live that particular life, to afford that car, to afford that house, to afford to be able to travel to those locations or live that kind of lifestyle. Now you're looking for a monthly income number. Now, depending on how ambitious your targets are, you will have a different dream life income. There are different philosophies with vision boards. I've found it to be better to set it for, say, the next 6 months. So use those tighter timelines, and I find that helps. It keeps you more focused. It doesn't feel like, oh, this is 10 years in the future. It's too hard for me to really focus on what I need to do today to get there. So I would recommend doing it on a bit of a shorter time frame. Calculate that dream life income. How much money would be required to achieve that particular life that you've got illustrated on that vision board, to be able to afford the monthly payment for that car if that's what you really want, to afford the first class seats to go and fly and travel the world, to go and stay in those nice hotels or villas that you've put on here, to provide for loved ones, your family, your future wife and kids, whatever it is. Think about those things, because once you have that broken down, you can now break down the numbers required to hit that with your chosen business model. So if you decide that e-com is your business model and building a customer first brand is the thing that you want to do, the model that I've used to make the majority of my money over the past few years building online businesses, then we can break down, cool, if I want to make 10K a month in profit and that is my goal, well, the average profit margin for a customer first brand is about a third, so 30%, 33%. Great. Well, if you do the math on that, ends up meaning that you need 30K in revenue a month to get that 10K a month in profit. On average, it's like 33K that you'd have to generate. Well, then with an average order value of $70, let's actually do some math, because who doesn't love math? Average order value of $70 means you need 470 orders a month. 470 orders a month divided by 30 days, you're going to need about 16 orders per day. So if you can get 16 orders per day of an item that you sell for $70, then you will get 10K a month in profit. And if that lines up with your dream life income, sweet, you've now got a blueprint. You just got to get 17 or 16 sales a day. But beyond that, you could also run the numbers on how profitable, your ads would have to be. And I've done it in other videos. I've broken down the formulas and the math. Go and check out those if you want me to continue breaking down all the numbers, because I love numbers. And I think that is the key to achieving any goal you set in life, is to first get very clear on the numbers required. Now, number 3, we're going to take a slice of a big pie. So from this point on, for now, I'm going to talk about e-com, because that's the model that I've used. So when we look at products to sell, when we look at, okay, what products am I actually going to sell out there? Well, you do your research and you find what's already selling online. For example, this shower head, this brand has been popping up on my feed quite a bit. They've got a shower head that improves, apparently, the quality of the water. Got this brand that has a similar product, or a similar purpose, but just looks different. This one's been around longer and it is a bigger brand, Jolie. See the number of reviews there. All this UGC, people talking about it, all the benefits, less acne, fewer psoriasis flare-ups, tangled curly hair, all this stuff, like the benefits of using this product. Great. They've proven that this product can sell well. It's been doing pretty well. And then you got this brand, also selling a similar product with similar, benefits for the customer. And it's selling well. It's got featured in all these press articles. It's got all those happy customers, all these reviews here showing the benefits, lots of 5-star reviews. Love to see it. So we can see that we're looking for a product that is already selling well, and we just want to take a slice of the pie. We don't want to reinvent the wheel. You do not need to create the next Udi to have financial freedom with e-commerce. No discredit to Davey, he's an absolute weapon. But the idea that you need to create something from scratch just to achieve some financial freedom with e-commerce, I don't think is the best play. Let's keep it a bit more simple. Let's not risk everything just to create a store that may or may not work. If your ambition for your dream life income is to make hundreds of millions, this game plan won't work for you. it'll be a little bit different, because the business model and the decisions that you have to make will likely be different. And I am not the person to listen to, because I have not made hundreds of millions. Give me some time. I'll get there eventually. But for now, don't listen to me. Click off this video if you want to make hundreds of millions. If you just want to make your first 25, if you want to make your first 100K a month profit, I can help you get there. I can teach you what I've worked on and how I've done things. So we need to find a product that is already selling well and take a slice of a big pie. Look for something that's selling, that's already been sold before. And so that means you can leverage all the learnings that they've done. They've already tested that these products sell well. So then if we go and create a store selling a product similar to that focuses on the same core benefits and things like that, we can, I guess, skip to the good part. We can skip to the part where we can get sales profitably more quickly, because we're not selling something brand new. Yes, we maybe don't make as much, but we have already just taken the learnings from what they've done, so we can start selling the product more easily and with a higher chance of success. Like I did for a brand here called Pure Water, selling a mineral shower head. Very similar to these products here, similar benefits. But I found a local supplier that could fulfill this product when I got orders, and I decided to take a slice of a big pie. And I actually created this particular brand live on my YouTube channel. So if I show you that video, first video, scroll back, 6.5 hours of e-com source. I literally show you everything. Finding the product at the start. Like here's the ad that I found the product from initially. Finding suppliers on eBay Australia, because I'm looking for local suppliers that I could fulfill the product from. PayPal, building a homepage, Shopify store, setting up email pop-ups, bundles, like it's all in here. And so if you want to see how I do it, there's a 6.5 hour video for you if you want to go and check that out. But the purpose of step 3 is we take a slice of a big pie, we sell something that is already sold before, and we leverage all of the money that they've spent to figure out that it works, so we don't have to spend that money ourselves. Number 4, we need to follow one professor. You need to pick someone to learn from and follow their method only. I've tried many different people's methods, and I think all of them have worked. It's just how well do they work and if I've stuck with it long enough. When I was building an agency, I listened to a guy that you've probably seen called Iman. Iman made me a lot of money. And so I listened to him and I said, for building an agency, I'm going to listen to you and you only. And yeah, I guess I became a bit of an Iman fanboy at points, trying to model everything in my life around him. And I just became obsessed with his method of growing an agency. And that allowed me to make 460K with building an agency. Nothing crazy, not incredibly massive numbers, but it gave me my first bit of financial freedom, I guess. I could start doing what I wanted with my time, working from home whenever I wanted to, not having to go to, I guess I was a videographer, having to go to, I guess, different sites and businesses to film the videos in person. I could sit at my laptop and work my own schedule, which is kind of cool. So I listened to him. Then I listened to Sabri Subi when I wanted to grow the agency, or I wanted to, start selling e-com products, and I was listening to his methodologies on marketing and funnels and all those things. And so I'd learn from him. And what I decided is that what I figured out after accidentally sometimes listening to multiple people trying to get me to the same spot at the same time, like listening to 3 agency people, 3 e-com people, or 4 info product people at the same time, is that it gets messy. You just want to find someone that is in the position that you want to be in, that lives the lifestyle that you want to live, or has achieved the things that you want to achieve, and just listen to them. Follow their steps, follow their blueprint. They've got a recipe, and if it's worked for other people and it's worked for them, chances are if you follow it and you stick with it, it'll work for you too. Just maybe takes a bit longer than them. I think that's a fallacy most people online don't communicate, is that, yeah, they've got the proven process, but it's probably going to take you a little bit longer than it took them. Or if you get lucky, it'll happen faster. Who knows? But you want to make sure they're in the position that you want to be in. Don't go listening to me if you want to be making, 10 mil a month in profit. Like I just haven't got there yet. So I would be the wrong person to listen to on that subject. But if you want to know how to build a business that gives you financial freedom, allows you to travel the world full time and have the flexibility to be anywhere at any time and work your own schedule, then yeah, you should listen to me, because I can tell you what to do. And I've done it for a lot of people and helped a lot of people with this. So follow one professor, pick one person, learn from them, follow their method. Don't get confused. Don't try and take different parts of everyone's methods. Just stick with one. It'll be easier. It'll be more simple. Now, numero 5, number 5, ask yourself the unreasonable question. What would I have to do in order for it to be unreasonable that I don't hit my goal? If your goal is 10K a month in profit, well, what is the course of action that would make it unreasonable that you wouldn't hit that with your agency, with your dropshipping store, with crypto, with currency trading, whatever it is? You have to ask yourself that question. And the unreasonable bit is the bit that is the important part. It's not what do I have to do to hit that goal? It's what would I have to do so that it would be unreasonable that I don't hit that goal. It elevates the amount of action that's required because you're trying to guarantee that you hit the goal. A lot of people just set a target, say, what should I do? Here's my plan of attack. They do it, or maybe they don't even finish the list and they don't get anywhere near the goal. How about we flip the script and we make it so that we're more likely to hit the goal from day one by thinking about how much stuff would I have to do so that it would almost be silly that I don't hit my goal. Well, once you do that, you're going to write out so much more stuff that likely needs to be done, or the amount of what you need to do needs to be done a lot more. Instead of just launch a product, it would be for ecom, chances are it's not going to be your first product that works. It wasn't for me that allowed me to get these numbers. It took me many failed products. Well, it might be unreasonable that I wouldn't hit my goal if I launched 20 products and I didn't give up. Well, chances are if you do that, you're going to find one that works, probably a lot sooner than 20. And so that's what you got to be thinking. Like, if you want to guarantee that you're successful, if you want to make money fast and you want to make, I guess, it sustainably as well and have really good money and good freedom, then you need to be asking yourself what you would need to do for it to be unreasonable. You don't hit the goal. Number 6, last one, número 6. 10 hours times 30 days. If you're serious about this, if you're serious about making this work, it's going to require time, effort, and energy, probably at a level that you're not used to putting into something like this. So that's probably one of the reasons that you aren't where you want to be right now. And the reason that I'm probably not where I want to be right now is because I probably need to spend more time doing things, or I need to get better. And so, well, I do need to do both of those things for sure. But here, this is what I'd recommend doing if you're a beginner and you're serious about this. If I could go back and tell myself 3 years ago, 4 years ago, do this. Follow the first 5 things, and then for the next 30 days, work for 10 hours a day. No days off, no vacations, no breaks. You can have breaks in between the day, but work for 10 hours a day for these 30 days. Do the work and you'll be well on your way to getting the result. You probably won't be there yet. You're not going to be there yet. You won't have financial freedom after 30 days of work unless you luck out, because that doesn't normally happen. But you're going to realize how much work is actually required. You're going to build great levels of momentum and you're going to start seeing some results, which will keep you even more motivated to keep going. So that is my guide, the 6-step guide, the 6-step recipe. It's a beautiful recipe. Does require effort, does require a lot of motivation and energy to keep going. It is going to beat you down and wear you out, and it might even get you pretty close to quitting on building an online business. But if you stick with it, it'll work. And that's what online business is all about, is pursuing something that works so that you can have the freedom to do whatever you want. If that's to go drive around in Lamborghinis, all respect to you, that's completely fine. You can go and do that. If it's to fly in first class in private jets, amazing, that's for you. If it's to provide for the people in your life around you so they never have to worry about money again, amazing, that's for you. So whatever it is that you want to achieve, if you follow these 6 steps, I'm confident that, and step number 7 is just keep going. Like, it's going to be hard, it's probably going to suck, and there's going to be times where you feel like it's not working, but you need to keep going. So it's this lucky 7th step, is just a bit of grit, spit, and stick-to-itiveness, as they say in Madagascar. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully this has given you a bit of guidance to follow, and you can see that you can do it. You can actually make it happen. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.